Getting your home ready for spring might be as easy as picking up a pen. So says artist Amy Latta from Amy Latta Creations. Thank you so much for coming back to us.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yeah,
I'm happy to be here.
We had you on a while ago, and since then you've just been cranking out books.
I have.
You were on your second book back then.
Yes, and now I have 4.
And now you have 4, and it's all about hand lettering, which is known as modern calligraphy, right?
Yes.
Tell me what it is exactly.
So it's basically turning your handwriting into an art form. I think everything was just going so digital and everything was all about fonts. You know, people didn't want to lose the art of handwriting.
Yes.
So we've kind of gotten back to this idea of how do we make beautiful things using our writing.
I'm so glad that you're saying this because I recently had to write a letter, like physically, like a thank you letter, thank you note. And I was annoyed. I was like, this is taking too long. I just want to type or text it. And I was like, that is sad. Like that we just don't have time to write because it is so beautiful, especially when we're writing like you. So even though it is so beautiful, to me, it looks really complex, but you're saying that you can teach the everyday person.
Absolutely. That's the goal.
So we can all do this.
Absolutely.
All right. So show me what you're doing something new. Last time we did canvas.
Yes.
This time, what do we have?
This time we have flower pots because it's almost spring. We're so close.
Almost spring. Yes, I know. I'm so ready.
Yes, so I'm trying to will spring to come by making flower pots. But the idea here is that we can do hand lettering off the page. We can do it on all kinds of things. Things we can wear. You can letter on shoes. You can letter on, you know, just about anything. Coffee mugs, these flower pots.
How cute is that message? Please don't die.
So I have to disclaimer here, all of our plants are fake because any plant that I look at wilts and dies.
Too, I know. But the succulents I can keep alive. So this one looks actually sort of real. No.
It's not. It's from Target.
Well, you know what? I have a feeling that when they are in a beautiful pot that we've decorated, this will will them to live. You've got staying alive over there. Please don't die.
And I will survive.
And I will survive. I mean, with that, you just have to do well. These plants, they owe it to us, especially because they're fake.
Exactly.
But if they're not, they'll still be okay. And then you're going to help me today with the You Grow Girl, right?
Yes.
Okay. So walk me through how we can do this.
Okay, so basically what we're going to do is something called faux calligraphy.
Okay.
And this is what, last time I was on, we did this on a canvas.
Yes.
And the idea here is that when you're doing faux calligraphy, you write a word in script handwriting, and then you find the downstroke, which is anywhere that your pen was moving down on the paper when you were writing.
Yes.
And we're going to draw a second line. Then we're going to color in between those lines and see what that does is gives us a contrast between thick and thin lines inside of every letter.
Got it. So that's like sort of a trick to do it quickly and it looks beautiful. And
Exactly.
you got started on one for me here.
I did.
So we can see that. So this is the before.
Yes.
And then I'm going to actually make it be the after then.
You sure are.
Okay.
So these are just some ceramic flower pots that I got at Michael's. And like I said, this one even came with the plant in it at Target for $10. So you can go out and grab as many of these as you like, or you could paint a terracotta flower pot and do the same thing. And then our other supply is just an oil-based paint pen.
Okay.
And I use the extra fine tip. You can see how teeny tiny this is.
It is teeny tiny.
So you get lots of good control.
Okay. So, all right, so I'm going to start coloring this, just filling in where
Exactly. So what I did on yours and mine is I wrote the word grow in cursive.
Yes.
I found those downstrokes, drew a second line, and now what we're doing is we're just coloring in between those lines, and that's going to give us the appearance of some lines that are thicker than others.
You're right. Anyone can do this because I've been coloring the lines since, I don't know, at least 5 years old. So I think I've got that
Maybe
part
your daughter could do it too.
down. Yes,
You know, one of these books is for kids.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you know what? But I love that because this is something that it gets adults to be creative again, and it's also something that our kids would like to do. So maybe we can do that with them. You're right.
Exactly. It's a really fun thing to do together. And since schools aren't really teaching cursive as much anymore.
Oh my gosh, and they should because this handwriting is atrocious. But you're right. This is something that they can wow their classmates with.
Exactly.
When they're making their little invitations and all of that.
Right.
All right, so I have successfully colored in the lines and I'm gonna set that there. And then now it's all about just sort of decorating it, making it pop a little bit, right?
Yep.
All right, and so your books, where can we get them? Because now everyone's gonna want them.
So all of the books are available on Amazon. You can find them at Barnes & Noble, Books A Million.
Okay.
The original you can find also at Anthropology, Paper Source.
Everywhere.
Yeah,
and then
they're
we can go
in
on
Hobby Lobby.
Your website as well, right?
Yes, my website is amylattacreations.com, and you can find info about all the books, as well as hand lettering tutorials, free practice pages.
Perfect. All right. Amy Latta, thank you so much for being here and keeping us creative, and you can help me with that and commercial break.